Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Holler with me. I'm here at 37. So in this flight, we're going to go from Kinston, I believe that's Kinston, North Carolina. It's almost got to be. Down to Mexico City. Looks like we're taking some shrimp down to Mexico City. So we'll get over to, I've already moved over. It's $1,500 to move from Eugene. Right there we go. Already got loaded up as well. This is saying, it's 1,483, but the way I've got it, it says it's 1,641. So I actually put enough in for a little couple hundred extra miles. So might even have 400 extra miles. Either way, should be all right. So we'll do a day flight. We get 11:30, and we'll go ahead and get over in the plane. All right, everybody. Here we are, our plane. Kinston. I thought there was somebody here last time. Could have been wrong. I turned my scenery down. Last flight was extremely dense. Mexico City is, especially with the city, Mexico City's like, isn't it like the most populated city in the world or something? It's really, really dense. So I turned it down to normal for both, just to make sure I can run it as least jagged as possible. I'm not sure. It'll run all right. I remember we flew it in the 777. Now I think it was too bad, so there we got that going for us. APU, there we go. And APU has power. Let's go switch over. Let's put our fuel in correctly. Zero all these out. Alright, external 1. Okay, it's a total of 64,871 pounds. So splitting that up, that's 42 or 32. 435. Actually, I'm going to put 6 just for the extra half pound. I'll probably move it up or down. Oh, moved it down one. Alright. That's actually extremely close, though. 32, 435. That's about as close as you can get it. Something's wrong with the center of gravity. 32, 435. How did the center of gravity move up so much? 64, 870, which is what we want. It must be the, let's see, payload is 112. That's kind of odd. It should be back here. It's kind of worrisome. Not too worrisome, but worrisome. Let's go up here quick. Turn on our position light. While we're at it, we'll go ahead and turn the DLC off. Window heat and pitot heat, it comes on. That's all we really have to do up there. Alright. No. Cancel that out, because we gotta get our cross feed. There we go, or else it's not gonna work. And sometimes when you use the cross feed and the engines are running, it shuts them off. 14, 15, and 16. We go to the fuel. Go. Get this thing going as well. Data flight plans. KISO. That's what we're looking for. MMMX. Activate, execute. Engine 3. 10, 14, 15, 16. Alright. Departures and arrivals. 23 is where we're going to take it off. There is no SID. And we're going to arrive on 23 left. SPCA 1A. Boom. Perfect in it. Say 5 on the reserves when it cruise at, say, 36,000. Execute. Engine 1. 10, 14, 15, 16. By the way, I'm not sure if y'all can see that or not. Can those pop out? Maybe not. Alright, let's check out the legs real quick. I guess we could really move it up. Outcome to here to BCA. Alright, execute that. Get a little bit smaller. Move this window. This will bring up. I don't even think we used the GPS last time, which is nice. We didn't have to. We came in correctly and everything. Everything worked out. I said 36,000 on the cruise. Set her up. 36,000. Runway 23. We got to go out to the left to get to it. So parking brake is coming off. We're going to push back. Okay, the airspeed move up to 245. That's where I like it. 231. Oh, go the other way, it's quicker. It's the runway heading, I do believe. Yes, it is. Go ahead and move this trim wheel. Let me peek out. So you can see when we turn. Come on, trim wheel. Might need a little extra trim. I won't put any extra trim, but our center of gravity being so far up front, which is odd. We're gonna end up in some grass over here? Not yet. I guess we'll taxi out this way. Just won't go down that taxi line. Okay. Armed altitude, nav, vertical speed. Wrong button. Set that at 2400 FMC. Not sure if we're gonna end up on that line or not. I kind of feel like just stopping her here. Gen 2. Stop the APU. Alright, let's go ahead and stop the pushback. We're not going to quite make that line. Taxi light comes on. Reset my view. Alright. Head down. Taxi light is on. It's in takeoff.
Flaps 4. Flaps 10.
Get over on the line. Is there another runway here? Is there another? I can't remember. So I could come into Kinston. Well, I guess I could say never. I guess we're here. Not any place that I've ever heard of before. Doubt we'll be back. I can't remember the altitude, by the way, of Mexico City. Because I think it isn't like the most densely populated city in the world, and also the highest, or one of the highest. It's extremely high. $8,700, so it's probably just a little bit less than that. But I'm happy, you know, got some good flights in past couple days. Today's been just so difficult. Like, should have been probably already done, but that one from Daytona Beach, it took like 3 tries. One was screwed up, and other times I had to stop what I was doing and restart, and it kind of aggravating. I wanted to get so much done and just didn't. Hopefully this one will go smooth. I know in Mexico City, every time we come in, it seems very, very awkward. It's almost like it's hard to see the runways or something. I almost always screw it up. I know I've come in before and had to go around and everything. So hopefully there's not bad weather down there. I was checking on FlightSim Commander. I didn't see any bad weather. Because if you got low clouds and stuff, you know, the elevation is so freaking high, that can always be a problem as well. I think we'll go all the way down. There's a taxiway right here, but I think we'll go all the way down. Going extremely quick. I always do that. Just want to get out of Kinston, get this thing in the air. Flaps are set, we are trimmed, the brakes are in takeoff. So everything is pretty much ready to go. I'm all over the brakes. All over the brakes. Daggone, I guess we can go all the way to the end too. How big of planes did they expect to come into Kinston anyway? Because this is a very long runway. You can land literally anything here. Like, they're giving you this opportunity to get all the way down, you know, use every inch of it. How big of planes were they expecting to come in here? I mean, it's a jet port or whatever. Okay, I'm going to set the parking brake for a second so we can look around. See anybody. Our last flight, we landed right behind somebody. Oh, that was crazy. They're in Eugene. Saw the brake, the smoke from the brake, right? I was about to touch down. Make sure everything is set. The nav isn't set. I don't know why that is. I know I hit it. Alright. Go ahead and get on the runway. Rolling takeoff style. Move down here so when we move it, it seems to creep up. And I use that little gray area down there to gauge my views with my monitor. The EZDok lettering on my monitor lets me know where I should be. Didn't quite go out far enough. Alright. Off we go. Not quite full power. Push it down on the stick. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and rotate.
V1. Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Here is up. Remember, we don't actually... He calls out V1, but those are preset. You can change them if you want. So it's not the actual V1 and everything for our payload and everything. Just in case you don't remember.
Flaps
Someone
4.
said, you took off before you even said V1. That's why. Auto throttles, autopilot are on. Probably come slamming down here. There she is. We went below 2,000, 1,000. Never does it smoothly, does it?
Flaps up.
Make sure everything. Now it goes up close to 4,000. Check outside. So retracting. Bye bye, Kinston. Don't know that we'll ever be back. It was fun. Scenery still looks good. Like I said, this is in normal density. Wow, it sure looks good. Very nice textures. I love the old Pan Am, man. It's a shame the company went out. Them and TWA. Kind of like them. Let's check our FMC here for some information. So it's basically 1548, 7, so it'll probably be more just a couple hours. That one in Eugene, when we got up to our cruising speed, cut the time at like half. So it won't be anything close to that. Feels like I'm forgetting something back there. Up here. Turn off the taxi light. DLC's off, the auto brakes are off. Gears up. Lights are retracted. So everything looks good. It's got to be North Carolina. North Carolina or Virginia. I think it's North Carolina because we're like dead east of Charlotte pretty much. I guess it could be South Carolina more than Virginia, but I'm pretty sure it's North Carolina. Looks good. Pretty. 7,900 feet, 8,000 feet. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and speed her up. Be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, slowing it down now. 126 miles, we need to be down at 12,000 feet. I've already said that. I've actually been, I started this, I guess, a little early as well. We also need to be down to 170 knots. Let's go ahead and lower this to 200 right now. Hopefully we won't get tangled up with any of these mountains. I think at 12,000 we should be alright, because it does want us at 12,000. And we're going to cut to the right to head to the airport. It's actually at 233 degrees. This one's going to be 234. Now, I've already got all that I got it all set up already. We do need to set the ILS code as 109.7. There we go. We got it set at 233 degrees. Well, put out your flaps. We've got this jump down from 12,000 to 8,700. Like I said, I don't actually know the elevation of the airport. Now looking at that hill right there, I think we're above it, but I'm not for sure. Make sure that's set. Sometimes I forget that, because I guess when you change it, it's not set anymore. You see it once it's at 170 knots, too.
Flaps 10.
I have a bunch of fuel left. It was at 0 when I was cruising at 300 knots at the beginning. I was checking that, and it was at actually 0. But they changed it like 5 to 10 knots, especially at the beginning of the flight. It changes the how much fuel you have big time. I'm surprised at how dramatic the fuel kind of changes it like that. Kind of surprised it has this at 170, because look, it's like for 20 more miles at that speed. So I'm not going to go that slow, because I don't see why we need to be at 170 for that long. Even if that's the last waypoint, the next one's the airport. You could be at 170 there, you know, get your speed down coming in at the approach. 170 is quite slow. For that long, I'm saying. I'm tempted to speed it up to like 2x or something. We got down here so quick, I was a little worried that we wouldn't actually. So I guess we're going to be cutting in between. I thought we might cut in front of that, but no, we're going to cut in between. We definitely can't make it over that. We got about 15 more miles on this track, and then we'll cut to the right, straight to the airport. I got auto brake set to medium. Everything's good. DLC is off. All the lights are off. I'll probably forget about the lights. We're sitting here at 12,000 forever. I don't know where this city is. I would have thought we would have already seen it. The airport is right in the city, I think. There's a bunch. I think it's pretty much like maybe not in the center, but I think it is pretty much in the actual city. I remember there was a air crash investigation episode about a plane crash at the airport, and I thought it was in the city. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Sorry, I didn't know we were going to be down here so quick. We won't worry about 170 until we get to Sebed or Seabed, or however we should say that. Down to 4 now. Because we're burning so much fuel because I got the flaps out. I guess I shouldn't have put the flaps out, but you have to at that speed, I guess. Alright, next one we will head to the airport. Like I said, I've got my scenery turned down to normal. So hopefully it's not too jagged. I don't know. Maybe at normal it should be pretty good, I guess. Maybe to get close to the ground. Alright. I'm gonna let it go like this just for a little bit. So we still have, 16 miles to that waypoint. I'm trying not to use the GPS to help us out, because they didn't have GPS back in the day, so it almost feels like cheating. Although if they fly today, they've got GPS, but you know. Alright, looks like we do have it. We're right on the glide slope, apparently. Localizer. Oh, by the way, when you get down to 8,700, almost forgot about that little tidbit. We could probably just about hit the approach hold right now. Go ahead and get her slowed down as well. There's going to be our run rate. We're right there. Heck, usually I have a hard time seeing it when we get close, but I actually noticed it from way out here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the approach hold. Just to make sure that we stay on like we should be. Go down to 170. Just barely still see it. You all probably can't see it at all.
Flaps 18.
Alright, coming up on 10,000, I'm going to go ahead and throw our lights on so we don't forget them. Helps if you turn that to radio as well. I believe I forgot that. But when I hit localizer, it started turning the plane, so maybe you don't even have to. I mean, obviously you should have to, but we may have screwed that one up. Although now we're changing a little bit. Oh, look at this guy. Just like at Eugene, got people flying around us. Saw a flash or something. This guy's right on the glide slope. Apparently we've got a wind because we're having to fly to the right a little bit, so we've got some kind of wind across to the left.
Gear down. Gear down and locked.
It feels like something is completely screwed up here. We're going straight down to the ground. What just happened there? Back to localizer. Something has happened. I feel like it's all disconnected now. What in the hell? I mean, are you kidding me? We're coming in and all of a sudden something happens? How did I not notice it? Was it when I clicked it over to radio? Come on, this is the last thing I need. Is that literally the runways right here? I see the runway actually. Autopilot's off. Auto throttles are off. Right there.
Flaps 22.
I can't even... What? I don't know what happened there. I don't know if you all saw anything, but I noticed all of a sudden we were getting really dangerously low. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Flaps 33.
See that guy coming in right there? That's our runway. I don't know what the hell happened.
Flaps 42.
Need our speed, but we also need to get down. Can't see the runway. So I don't know if we're turning correctly or not.
Think rate. Think rate. Think rate.
I'm high on the thrust. Here, I don't know why it's worrying. We're high and we're fast. Very high, we're very high.
Think rate. Think rate.
That speed back up.
500.
While still trying to get down. This is not how I wanted to make my approach.
400.
Trying to keep our speed.
300. Minimums. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
I'm not quite positive. We're not even hardly on the runway. I can't turn. I can't do anything. It's like my... No, this was just pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. Oh my goodness. What a way to end a crappy day. And I couldn't avoid those planes. I couldn't even do anything. I didn't even record the friggin' landing.
Flaps 33. Flaps 10.
Ah, jeez.
Flaps 4. Flaps up.
I don't even know where we should go. I'm thinking maybe over there. FedEx cargo to the right, I'm guessing. I don't know what I can title this one. Huh, just chaos and shouldn't
Flaps
be done.
up.
Just,
Flaps up.
what happened? I don't understand how we got off all this. I'm gonna have to watch the video. Watch the replay. I don't know how all of a sudden we got completely off. It wasn't following the stuff anymore. I don't understand. And I was really high on the throttle on landing, and I could not get the speed back up. Our speed was like 120, and I don't know what the hell happened. I tried to flare, although our nose was already up because we were losing altitude with our speed being so low. I tried to flare it a little bit. I'm surprised it was as bad as it was. To be quite honest, I thought we might salvage it a little bit, but apparently not. It was not to be. Ugh. I hate videos like that. It makes it even worse with the other planes on the ground that we were crashing into. That one, especially. Oh, jeez. Is that United down there? Oh, we got another runway here? Good lord. I guess I could have taxied straight over there. I didn't know this. I didn't know. Could this get any worse? This episode? Calm down, airplane. Just go off to the left. It's not like we're using that much thrust. I mean, you can see how slow we're moving. Good lord. See how the plane just doesn't want to move? This video has gone all to hell. This video has gone all to hell. I'm gonna need a break after this. Ugh, jeez. My apologies for making a crappy video.
Flaps
I
up.
know everyone wanted to see a good video with Mexico City, and I foobarred it. Like I say, I'm not sure how. I don't know how that thing got disconnected. Did you see, as soon as it disconnected, it said the glide slope was way above us because we got down somehow. And but when I got it turned back around onto the runway, towards the runway, we actually ended up, I don't know how, we ended up so high. Maybe if we hadn't been so high at that point, maybe I could have salvaged it. Plane, don't turn towards me. Please. And you're just sitting there, which is about as bad. I mean, what are the rest of us supposed to do? And you don't even recognize me. You don't know that I'm here. So another Aero Mexico Express. We just saw that somewhere else recently. I was down in Durango, Mexico. I guess I'm just gonna go around you. Hey there, how are you? Don't move, don't mind me. Just trying to get somewhere. Wonder what our frame rate is. We can close this. All these planes around, yeah, 14, 15, 16, 15, 19, I almost got to 20. There's so much stuff going on, all these planes and everything's going to drag it down even worse. It really wasn't. Look at all of a sudden the lights are all like neon. For some reason, with the E&B or something that has done that. I've noticed that since my latest reinstall. The hell, isn't that the guy that we hit? Is he still there? I guess this is the cargo area. I don't know why Aero Mexico Connect is in the cargo area, but okay. Unless it was over here. One of these places. I don't know. Let's see, we gotta figure out how we're supposed to park in here anyway. We could just pull up to the right. Kind of catty corner like that guy right there. Trying to. Like that. Had to cheat. Oh, you know what? When we cross the runway, I never turn those off. But it just gets better, doesn't it, folks? We all make mistakes. Just mine are recorded and put on the internet. APU, even though we don't have the APU on yet, but it just gets worse. There, APU's got power. It's just, this video. I'm almost glad it's done. No, I am glad it's done. Shut her down. And we damaged our cargo on top of it. It's our first damage in the last few flights, though, so. Not that bad. Alright, let's go ahead and go over to air hauler and get paid. Alright, so we did 2% damage. We damaged shrimp, though. That seems hard to do. Are they squishy? Maybe they're frozen, though. It didn't say it was frozen. I thought it says frozen shrimp. That's gotta be a bad landing if you damage shrimp. Alright, but one good thing is we're at the base, so we'll have a flight going away from somewhere sometime. Whenever I fly again. Come on, air hauler. Like a slow old woman. Mexico City. That page is really good. Really heavy, though. San Salvador gets us even lower. Oh, there's some going away. That one goes to New York. That's kind of interesting. Not sure I would have time to do that. Well, it's very heavy as well. Alright, well, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I apologize for the crappy video, though. It's just, sometimes it just all goes bad, you know? But I like to, at least people see the flights so they know where we are in the history of air hauler. Even though I don't want anyone to see that, but, oh well. What can you do? But, hey, I'll see you guys on the next episode.